Hello everyone. ECL IIT BHU presents kickoff session of our virtual pitching event in collaboration with GoToPitch. Okay, we will wait for 5 more minutes. Hello everyone. ECL IIT BHU presents kickoff session of our virtual pitching event Pitcher Perfect in collaboration with GoToPitch by an innovative and dynamic individual with a strong passion for research and entrepreneurship, Mr. Sashank Tyagi. This is Mayank Kumar Patel and I will be your host for today's session. It's my privilege to introduce our guest for today, Mr. Sashank Tyagi sir, who is the CEO and the founder of GoToPitch. Founded in 2020, Tokyo-based GoToPitch is a short video pitching platform to connect startups with global investors for funding, and through this process, the company aspires to abide the startup by disrupting the process of startup fundraising. He is there to teach us what a perfect pitch looks like. We were very grateful, sir, that you could do be with us. Get started with the session. To the audience, if you have any question during the presentation, please feel free to drop them in the chat box. Over to you, sir.
Hi, hello guys. So thanks Mayank for giving such a nice introduction. And I'm very highly thankful to IIT BHU for inviting me as a guest to speak on this kick-off session. So in the next 20 to 30 minutes, I will be teaching you how to make a great killer pitch deck to impress the investors and raise money for your startup. So please allow me to share my screen here so that I can explain the presentation.
Sir, you are already a presenter. You can share the screen. Okay, sir, wait 1 minute.
Sorry, I'm not in the presenter list now.
Wait.
Still, I cannot share my screen.
So now you can.
Screen is visible now.
Sir, not now.
No, sir.
Can you see the screen now?
No, sir.
Okay, let me quickly see what is the problem here. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So, hi guys, I am Shashank Tyagi, founder and CEO Go to Pitch. So, a little brief about myself. Before starting this company, Go to Pitch, I did my bachelor's and master's from India. After that, I worked in IIT Delhi as a research scientist, and I did my PhD. I finished my PhD last year in nanoelectronics from Kyushu University, Japan. And after that, I started this company last year. So the topic for today's discussion is how to create a killer pitch deck. It doesn't mean that you are going to kill someone with your pitch deck. So how to make an impressive pitch deck to raise the money for your startup. So I just want to make it kind of a discussion session. Don't feel like I'm giving a lecture. If you have any question in between, just unmute yourself and ask any kind of question coming to your mind. I would love to take your questions. What is a pitch deck? Maybe you all know about what is pitch deck. It is a presentation which provides a brief but informative overview of your business, what you are doing, who are your customers. So a pitch deck doesn't mean that you use it for raising money from your investors. Pitch deck is a presentation you need all the time. If you are going to show what is your business to your customers, like we are doing this, and will you buy our product? That is called sales pitch deck. So today we are specifically talking about investors pitch deck. What is investors pitch deck? For example, you got some crazy idea. I'm going to build this and I need money for this to build and scale my company. So what will you do? You will make a presentation and go to investors to sell the part of your company. Say, for example, my idea is this, and this is $10 million idea. And if you can give me a $1 million, I will give you 10% of my company. So you are selling your company to the investors and getting money from them to scale your business. So that is called investors pitch deck. So you got an idea that I'm going to build this and no one has done this before, and this idea has a potential to become a big company. What will you do next? Will you make a pitch deck and go to the investors? No. You have to do a proper research before. Sorry. My slides is visible?
Yes, sir.
No, which slide are you viewing?
The first slide.
No, I am changing the slides actually.
Sir, it's not
Yes.
changing.
No, okay. Give me a second, please. Let me figure it out. Now it's changing.
Yes, sir.
I'm very sorry for that. My team just told me that your slide is not changing. So sorry. So this was the brief disc. Uh, is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it changing?
It's second slide only.
Oh, I need to first figure out this problem. Just give me a second. Now it's changing. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks for telling me. So, so sorry. This was the brief background of myself. I did my bachelor's, master's, then I did PhD, and then started this company, Go to Pitch. So I was explaining you what is a pitch deck, a presentation to sell something, either your customers, investors. So today we are talking about investors pitch deck, how to make a good pitch, investor pitch deck and sell the part of your company to get the money to run your business. So before making a pitch deck, if you got an idea what you need to do, you can also answer me in between if you want. Anyone who want to answer can interrupt me and say hi. Do your research properly. If you think this is the idea which can change the world within next 5 years, it may be the idea only in your mind. Other people don't think so that it will be a great idea. Do your research properly, what other people think. Talk to as many people as you can. Do some surveys. talk to the potential customers. Like, if I'm building this kind of thing, will you use it? Will it make your life simple? And after you got the enough market insights that this is the real thing that people want and I'm going to build this, then don't just go directly to make a pitch deck and talk to investors. First, make something. Something here means some product or some proof that people are agreed to use this solution, and then go to make a pitch deck and talk to the investors that this is the idea, people think this, we made this thing, and we are getting good response. Will you will you invest in my company? So after you did research, you make something. Now you are going to make a pitch deck for the investors. What does that pitch deck should include? There are some basic elements which every pitch deck, every company who has raised money used these elements in their pitch deck. Their motivation, problem, solution, traction, market, competition, and all. So I will be talking about each one of these elements, how to make this, and I will be showing you my own pitch deck, go to pitch company's pitch deck, which I used to raise the money from the investor. I haven't shared in the public platform anywhere till now, but today my team requested that you should show your own pitch deck so that the students can learn more insights. So I agreed to them. You are lucky that I will be sharing my pitch deck as well. So coming to the first element, motivation. What motivated you to start this company? What problem did you faced, and what is your story? For example, you all are a student. You face some problem in the university that students are facing this problem, and I'm trying to solve. I decided to solve this. You have to craft a story out of that. For example, I was going to college every day, and I find these problems in my classroom, I find this problem on road, and that motivated me to start this company. So a good pitch deck should start with your motivation, what inspired you to solve this problem, and the best way is to tell a short story within 15 to 30 seconds. Now, coming to the second element, problem. What is the main problem that people are facing, and who is having that problem? Like, only a small number of people, or the people who are facing that problem is large enough? And what is the current solution that people are using? So to explain the problems, you have to put 2 or 3 main bullet points, which is explaining like what is the main problem that people are having that you want to solve. And coming to the solution or product, how your product is solving the problem. You can use some pictures, a screenshot. For example, you just got the idea and you talk to people. You don't have any product to show to the investors. You can just make some pictures on the PowerPoint, or you can use some mockups. There are so many free tools available online these days which helps you to create the mockups or screens of how your product will look like. So let me, and just keep it very simple, 2, 3, or 4 screens. Like, our product will look like this, and people can use these functions on our product. So let me show you my slide, my product slide, and you will see how simple it is when I reach to investors for raising money for the go-to-pitch company. This was my slide. Just 3 screens, and what investors can do on the platform, they can search, they can watch, and they can connect. That's all. Some people use so much of text, and like they write long paragraphs on the product slide, but it doesn't help. Investors are not interested to read what your product will look like. They want to see the actual screenshots, actual design, how it will look like. Or if you have already made the product, like this is the actual one. So when I reach to investors, I already launched Go to Pitch. So these are the actual screens I showed to them. Coming to the next element, which is traction. How many customers are using it? If you have not launched the product yet, it is just an idea in your mind. You have to show some proofs. As I told you in the starting, like how many people you talked with, how many of them said, yeah, they want to use it. So you have to show some proof before showing the traction slide to the investors. Like what are the feedback of the actual customers? And what else you can do here? You can like share some survey result with the investors. See, or for example, you got an idea and you just launched a small campaign on the social media. Like I asked this from the people on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and see 1,000 people said yes, 100 people said no. So this is the actual problem. If you have the product already, then the work becomes very easy. You can already show like I launched this product 3 months before, 4 months before, and within last 2-3 months, we are getting these number of users and we have made this much of revenue. So let me show you my slide, how I showed the traction to the investors. This was my slide. In the 3 months, 12,000 startups started using our platform. 150 investors started using our platform, and some key partnerships that we did with IITs, IIMs, government institutions, and angel groups in India. Including a graph in this slide is always a good option. So you can make some kind of projection, like within last 2-3 months our users are increasing with this speed. In the next 6 months we are going to take it to this level. Market. How big is the market? The problem that you are solving, how many people are facing that problem? Always think big. The market, that the problem that you are solving for, the market should be super big. For example, you find a problem in your classroom, for example, and you are a second year engineering student. The problem that you want to solve is only faced by second year engineering student and only in IITs. Will that is that market so big? No. There are only 15 or 20 IITs in India. And if you see second year engineering student, that makes a very small market. If you find the problem is solved by every engineering student in IITs, it's a mid-sized market. All the IITs and all the engineering students studying there. And if you find the problem that I am going to solve is faced by all the engineering student in every engineering college of India, Or the problem I'm going to solve is faced by every engineering student in every engineering college around the world. That's what called a big market, and the investors always want to put money in that kind of company which is solving a problem for the mass, not for the small group of people. So always think big and show that the market you are targeting is a growing market. This the problem people that who faces this problem are increasing, and there will be more and more demand of our product in the coming years. Coming to the second element, which is competition. Who else in this world are trying to solve similar problems, and how you are different? What makes you different? What are the key elements that only you knows about the business that other people can't copy it? And how will you fit in that competitive landscape? So there are like many ways to show this. Like you can make a quadrant and put yourself in the third quadrant, first quadrant, to show that we are here. Or you can make a table including your competitors and what services they are offering and what you are offering. So I personally like the table method. Let me show you my competition slide that I used. This was my competition slide. I put myself in the first column, go to pitch, what services we provide and what other companies, PitchBook, Rexon, these are our competitors. So what they are not providing and how we are different. We are faster than any other service, we are convenient, we are cheaper, and we provide more values. How you are going to make money from this business and how much money you made till date. Always try to show a good projection. Like, for example, you have not launched the idea yet, but it's only in your mind. In the first month, I am going to say, for example, the fees of my service is say $50. And the first month, I'm going to sell 50 units. In the next month, I will be going to sell 100 units. So how you will be making them, and always keep it simple. Business model should be the simplest thing in your entire pitch deck to understand, so that investors don't have to struggle to get into the details how you are going to get money from this business. Let me show you my slide how I showed in very simple way how I am making the money from GoToPitch. We charge a monthly fees from startups and investors, and this is the amount. That's all. This is what we call the simple business model. Coming to the team part, why you are the right person to solve this problem. What makes you different? What are your expertise? What are your achievements you have done in the past that other peoples don't have? What are your like team advantage over the others? You can use the pictures of your team members, some like key team members involved in this business, and you can write down their key achievements into 3 points. This was my slide. We had a great team with a passion, experience, and all, and having deep market insights. So next is the last element, fundraising plan. How much money have you already put in making this business? Are you putting some of your own money, or how much money have you raised already from the other investors? And if you are raising this amount of money, how you are going to spend that money? You should have a clear plan for the next 6 months to 1 year, in which part you are how much money you are going to spend. This was my slide, super simple, easy to understand. I just put the figures cross just to for the confidentiality. So, and to show that how you are going to spend that money, you can make some graph, you can make the pie charts and all. I just removed it from my slide just to show you. So these are the basic elements which every pitch deck should cover. Coming to the summary, it should be clear, concise, and complete. The text each slide contains should be very less. If you are presenting your pitch deck to some investor, they should not struggle to read your slides. Use more and more pictures with very little text and maximum 3 to 5 bullet points on each slide. If you see all of my slides, see, there is no text that you need to read. Only two box with some amount. Only pictures with the name. Only the subscription model with some 2-3 features. So investors don't need to spend time to read each of these things. And stay with same colors for each slide. Don't make it so much of colorful, which distract the attention of the investors. The fonts should be bigger. It should, like the if you are presenting in some conference or the live pitching event, the person sitting at the back of the hall should also be able to read it very easily. And there should be a good contrast between the text and background. So these are some pro tips which you can use to make your pitch deck more appealing. Now, you have covered all the points, motivation, problem solution, everything. You have take care of all these things and finally made a pitch deck. What's next? Okay, guys, I'm a bit tired. I will ask question to the students. After making a pitch deck, what's the next step? Anyone can answer me. I will take a short break of 30 seconds.
Guys, you can ask the question.
Ask the question or answer me what to do next after making the pitch deck.
Sir, we should evaluate it and show to different people if it's look good.
Yeah, exactly. Any other answer? Very good. No answers. Okay, let me proceed.
I have a question, sir.
Yeah, please.
How to choose the correct team?
Sorry?
How to choose the correct team for
See, when you have just an idea, you talked with people and you have some proof to show that people like my idea, and you are a single founder, you don't have anyone. So, and you just made a pitch deck and going to show to the investors, you don't have any team. So on that slide, you should put what your future team members will look like. Like, I will get on board one person with this expertise on my team, one person with this expertise, and that will make my complete team. So in the early stage, even when the single founder is going to pitch an idea to the angels, so you don't need to have a strong team just from the beginning, but you should have a clear vision what kind of team members will be joining me in the next 3 to 6 months. So getting on board the right team member depends on the business. Um, how to choose the right team member, it depends on what kind of person you are choosing. like you want to onboard a person as a co-founder or uh, as just an employee to work with you. It depends. So
Okay, sir.
what?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Just after making the pitch deck, what most of the startups do, they start reaching out to the investors, writing long emails. Hi, sir, I am from IIT, final year student, and I solved this problem. And this is my pitch deck. Can you please have a short meeting with me to invest in my company? Most of the people do that. This is the present solution what startups use to raise money for their company. Build a company, make a nice pitch deck, and start reaching out to the investor either on emails, Twitter, LinkedIn is the most popular. Do you think is there any problem in this method?
Sir, they don't find it valid to invest their time to listen.
Right. If a startup is sending the pitch deck with this kind of a long message to 100 of investors, he will get one or two reply only. The reply rate for the investor is 1 or 2% because they are getting at least 20 applications in a day, 20 such kind of messages from the founders in a day. So you need to wait here. Don't do that mistake. This is the present solution, but now the world is changing. People are using some other innovative ways to reach out to the investor. That's what our company do, go to pitch. So the reason is why we get only 1 or 2% reply from the investors. First, most important reason is the investment thesis is not aligned. You have not done the proper research about the investor before reaching out to them. For example, some investor, every investment, every VC has their thesis. Thesis means some VC is only investing in health tech companies. Some are only investing in deep tech or fintech. Some are like, some of the VCs are investing in all the sectors, but most of them have their investment thesis. So you made something IT company with a software and you are reaching out to a VC who is only investing in health tech. Is it a good match? No. They will just read one line or two line of your email and then forget. Never reply back again. So this is the main reason. First, you have to do a proper research to match with their thesis. Oh, this is the correct matching investor. So then you can think of writing. Second is they can't understand the idea of the company just by pitch deck. You made a pitch deck, you followed all the tips that I just told you and covered all the points, market, traction, competition, everything. And that is clear, concise. But what is the main mission? What is the vision of the founders? They cannot understand by reading your pitch deck. Because founders are the best to explain the vision of their company. So if you are lucky, the investor, after reading your pitch deck, say, hey, let's do a short Zoom meeting for 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Then you can explain them better. But what if they are not scheduling the meeting with you just after reading the pitch deck? Because that pitch deck didn't convey your vision clearly to them. So to solve this problem, we comes into play. So first, introducing our company, Go to Pitch, how we help founders to reach to the right investors in the right way by making a short video. So you just need to understand a little bit about why do you need a video to reach out to the investors. So must know a bit background of how the VCs work. Startups first reaching out. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these people sitting here, who are these? They are analysts. When when a startup send pitch deck to a VC, venture capitalist, it goes to the analysts. These people are analysts who read your email, see your pitch deck, and if they like the pitch deck, they receive at least 20, each analyst receive at least 20 pitch decks in a day. If they like it, they pass it to the investment committee. Investment committee is the one who is taking the decision. So these analysts are, you can say, these are the gatekeepers of the VC firm. They are sitting in front and talking with the startups. Once they like the idea, they pass it to the investment committee. So to reach an investment committee of a VC firm, you need to pass this screening with the analysts. Now suppose you send your email and pitch deck to the analyst. Analyst said, hey, let's have a meeting. You had a meeting with them and explained your idea completely. They got your idea. They went to the investment committee and explained, see, I had a meeting with a great entrepreneur from IIT and he's or she is building this kind of thing. And I think it's worth investment. And investment committee said no. Why? Because the analyst sometimes not able to convey your vision clearly to their investment committee. So how can you avoid it? Instead of sending just the pitch deck, if you record a short 3 minutes video and send it to the analyst, when analyst and is talking about your idea with another analyst or the investment committee, they show, see, I talked with this startup and you can see the 3-minute video pitch. Then you are yourself explaining your idea to their investment committee without having the meeting. So there are higher chances to get passed by the investment committee, right? So to solve this problem, we launched GoToPitch. On GoToPitch, you can just record a short, after making your pitch deck, following all the tips that I gave you, you can upload your pitch deck on the GoToPitch, and there is an inbuilt camera recording system. You can explain your pitch deck by yourself within 3 minutes or 5 minutes, not more than that. After you completed your video, you have the link of the video. Now, if you are writing emails to any of the investor around the world, just use that link. Hey, we have built this, just 2-3 lines, and along with, if you are interested, watch my pitch at this. They can watch your pitch and they can understand the idea more clearly, more faster, directly from you explaining to them, which saves their time and helps them to make the faster decision. So this is how the system works. GoToPitch work. Record a short video and apply to the investor, reply their calls and messages. Investors will search your video and they can ask you the questions. And what value you are getting, I already explained to you through video pitches. You can show your passion, you can grab more attention, you can stand out from the crowd, how other people are reaching to the VCs and how you are reaching. They receive 20 or 30s of emails every day, and if they see, oh wow, this startup, the founder is so dedicated, they have made a video to reach to us, there will be more chance to get the meeting with them. And it helps you to share your stories. As I explained in the very beginning, there should be a motivation where you should tell the story why you started this company. And the videos are the best way to explain your stories. No VC can understand your complete story by just reading the slides. Now, in the end, how you can make a great video after making your pitch deck, how you can make a great video on go to pitch which impresses more investors. It should have a great opening. First 30 seconds are the most important in every pitch video. If you can get the investors interest in the first 30 seconds, then there is more chance they will watch all of your video. But if you are not able to convince them in the first 30 seconds, you, without sharing the story or problem you started, something else, they lose the interest and they will just click cross and not interested in watching anymore. So opening should be great. Second point I already explained you, keep the length short, 3 to 5 minutes, and use very easy English. Don't use any like strong words that the people cannot understand, because you are reaching to the global investors, and some of the investor may be from non English speaking countries like Japan who cannot understand. So speak slowly, speak clearly, and use the easy English words. And the final tip, when you are recording a video, choose a quiet and calm place so that you can understand more and you can reduce the noise during the recording. So that's all. I tried to cover how to make a good pitch deck and how you can use our platform to make a video and what are the tips to make a great video. So I will take a break here and I will be happy to take any of your questions. So thank you so much, guys, for listening to me patiently. Thanks.
Now from the audience you may can unmute and ask the question, or you may drop them in the chat box.
Are we getting any question in the chat box?
No, we're not till
Not
now.
yet, not yet. Guys,
Hello.
whatever
Hello.
question coming to your mind, please feel free to ask. Yeah, please go ahead.
So what according to you the investors see, the founder's passions more or the market size?
See, in the early stage, founder's passion is the most important thing. If you are going to raise seed money or series A, then the important thing becomes the market and your growth. But see, both things are important, but in the very early stage, when you are a team of, say, either you are a single founder or team of 2 3 people, passion is the most important thing. Most of the time, the idea that you started working on is not working well and you need to pivot the idea. It happens with most of the early stage companies. You started with something else but pivoted. So the investors are looking at how much passionate the founders are, how much flexible they are. If there is some problem in the future, will they be able to pivot to the idea? Will they be able to make the company successful in any other way? I think that answers your question.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Hey guys, ask some more questions. Feel free to ask questions.
Whatever crazy question coming to your mind, feel free to ask. I will be happy to answer all of your questions.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please proceed.
I have one more question. So, sir, I recently launched my product, and the initial customers
Mhm.
they they use the product, and the response were was good in the starting. So
Okay.
we had around 5,000 customers in the last 2 months.
Okay. Very good.
So how do मतलब some of the customers are leaving the
Ah,
platform?
do you have any paid customer?
Yes, sir. All are the paid ones.
All are the paid ones, and how much is the ticket size? How much they are paying you? How much you are making from the one customer?
500.
500. Okay, so did you take the feedback why the customers are leaving?
Yes, sir. We took the feedback. The feedback form was full with good reviews.
No, no.
But
The customer, you said the customers are leaving, right?
yes, sir.
So why it means the lifetime of a customer is getting low, right? So
Yes,
did you talk to those customers who are leaving? Like, what is your product? Because I don't know the background. It will be great if you can just let me know within
sir.
15 seconds.
Sir, I have. Sir, it's an edtech platform, social learning platform, with a great community and content provided to the customers to
How
learn
did you
skills.
get those 500 customers?
Sir, the target audience is right now the school going students. So we approach schools and collaborate with them.
Mhm. Is your product complete or you are still in the development phase?
Yes, sir, it is complete.
So you need to take the feedback from the individual customers, those are leaving, and try to understand the core problem and be flexible. If you think that like this more customers will be losing and the number of customers will be very low after some time in this scenario, be flexible to change the idea, rotate 360 degrees. So I have two tips for you. Take their honest feedback, talk to them individually, and if you find the core problem that like they are facing and they are not able to solve by your platform, so be flexible to change it 360 degrees. It always happens in the early stage. Don't think like I spent 2 months 3 months and why the customers are losing and I already got 500, so the idea is great. So be open to pivot also.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And sir, could you give some tips on how to market my product
So who is speaking?
in an effective way? Sir, this same
This
person
same
who
person.
asked the last.
It's ed tech platform, so you should like you can
Yes,
go for collaborating with some schools or some coaching institute. Those are targeting your customer segment and you can sell through that medium. And what else you can use?
sir. We
Collaborate.
also tried through. Sir, we also tried through the online platforms, online marketing, but the number of matlab, the click, uh, how should I explain? The number of customers approaching from there are less from the offline audience that we have.
It always happens. Actually, online marketing has become so competitive these days. The reach is not good. So if you are getting the customers from the offline, that is the best way. So for
Okay,
now,
sir.
I am just getting one tip for you. Try to collaborate with many stakeholders who are in the same field. Try to fit with those. So if something more comes to my mind, we will be happy to follow up with you later.
Sure, sir.
Is there any question from audience side?
Sir,
Yeah, please go ahead.
I have a question. Uh, right now, the stage that my startup is in, we don't have to prepare investor pitch deck. We need elevator pitch deck. So, what is the most important thing a person would see in an elevator pitch deck?
It's
One thing that
same.
would pay the most
It's
attention.
exactly same. What you need, what you are covering in 3 to 5 minutes in a video pitch or the pitch deck, you have to explain all those things within a minute or 90 seconds without presenting your slide. What makes the elevator pitch deck, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that you only need elevator pitch deck if you are reaching to the investor. Like you said, my product is not at that stage that I need a pitch deck. So like what made you think so? Can you please give me a brief?
Like right now, we are in the idea stage. We're preparing the subscription models, and it's my idea is a service-based startup. So we're working on the subscription model and the different ways we can monetize the site and app development and all that. So we need funds for developing the app. So we were going to approach universities because even our university has shown an interest. But for that, we need a pitch deck accordingly. So about that.
I understood your idea, but why do you only need elevator pitch deck?
So as much as information that I have, I've been told that investors pitch deck needs traction, and you need to show them proof that this much amount of money that you've made and this much customers are you getting right now, and we don't have that right now.
Yeah, exactly same thing. I was trying to explain to you during the presentation that if you don't have any traction, just try to project with the good numbers. Like in the next 6 months, using these ways, we will be having these number of customers after making the, like you can make some timeline. We after getting the money, within 2 months we will be launching our product, and within next 2 months we will be having this number of paid customers, and we will be using these things. If see, okay, let me tell you my story. When I reach to investors, I have raised money before. I use both versions. When I am sending them the video pitches, elevator deck and the complete deck. So if they are busy, don't have much time, they will go to elevator deck first. If they like my passion, my idea, within 60 seconds, they will be interested to give more time, 4 minutes or 5 minutes to go into the details of the pitch. So the thing is, please don't think like you need only an elevator deck. You can still make the investor deck with some good projections and proofs. If you are considering only making the pitch deck, the elements remain same. Start with a good story and what problem you are solving, how you are different, how much money you need, and what will you achieve using that money in the next 6 months or 1 year. So all the elements that cut down to one line or two line, overall it should be within 200 words.
Okay, so understood.
So if our ideas in initial stage, should we go for a VC or an angel?
Angel, of course. If your idea is in very initial stage, you should first go for angel. When you are approaching the angels, please try to see if the person you are onboarding will be able to add some values to your startup. Like for example, you are going to build some edtech platform. The person, angel investor giving you money, does he have some contacts in that industry, some expertise in that industry before? Because getting money is easy, then all the game starts after that. How to spend money, how to make connections, how to get initial users. So VC firms like are generally having large number of portfolio companies. They cannot help that much to each of the founders they are funding. If you go to angels who have expertise, they will be able to handhold you and help you with all the aspects. They can have meetings with you continuously every week, every month, and they can track your feedback, help you. Oh, what are you lacking? Should I introduce you with this person? With this person, they can help you getting more customers. So in the very initial stage, you need someone who can help you with not only money but with their expertise and connections. For that reason, angels are the best way.
And sir, in the pitch deck, should we show them that we are being guided by some mentors in the same
Yes,
industries?
yeah, exactly. You should show them in your team's slide. That adds value.
So could you please give some advice on how to find mentors in the initial stage?
Talk to the experts in your industry through your mutual, like through connections, mutual connections. For example, when I started my first venture, it was the platform for researchers and scientists. I met some scientists in the conference and pitched my idea. See, pitching is for every step. Either you are pitching to investors, mentors, sales, customers. So I pitched my idea. See, this is the idea, and in the future, we are going to raise this much of money and we will be a this type of company. They liked the idea and come with me on board. So to get the mentors, you have to pitch to them, show your passion so that they will feel convincing to come with you on board. And you have to talk with people in the same expertise. You can reach out to them through the LinkedIn or attending some events, conferences, talking to some senior founders who have built same kind of company before. So getting the right mentor, in my opinion, it's all about networking. How strongly you are networking with people and how strongly you are pitching to them. Yeah.
Does anyone else have any other question?
So one more question.
Yeah,
Sir, I
please.
recently approached some person through LinkedIn, but the response rate was less. They didn't even see the message.
Yeah, see, don't
So
worry about that. It happens with senior founders also. It happens with me also because people are busy. So, for example, if you are sending 100 messages, one or two person is only replying. Don't lose hope. Keep on trying. Play with numbers. Reach to more and more people. Don't hesitate or don't feel shame to reach out to the people with the cold messaging. Keep on trying. And if they don't reply, don't take it personally. It's because they don't have time. They are building their own company. So there is no like hard and fast rule for that. You just need to keep on trying. Once you reach the right people who is having time and the vision is aligned with you, they will definitely reply.
So, sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, please proceed.
So the problem that I'm facing is about the team that I asked. Like being a single one, it's very difficult to have that means show that thing to the when I'm presenting in the slides. It's very hard to show everything that I have to cover in the team plan. Being single, so I am not understanding how to find the perfect team and how to connect with people who are interested in the same thing for building up.
So first thing
Exactly.
is use your, like, right now you are in engineering course, right?
Yes,
Try
sir.
to find people within your campus. It's difficult, takes time, but before going outside, try to find some people, or for example your school friends who have studied with you going to another engineering colleges, not in IITs. Try to talk with them, try to convince with them. See, thing is, it is very difficult to get one. When you just think of the idea, super difficult task is to get the another co-founder on the team. Once you get the co-founder, once you find the person who is interested in working with you, then it becomes easy to get to 3 or 4, because the same process you will apply with them.
Yes, sir.
Please talk to your network. Do you know someone who studied with you? Do you know someone? So they will also help you to get someone on board. So first step is to start with your own network. Try to find people, because to get co-founder on board, you cannot like blindly trust on some unknown person reaching out just on LinkedIn or something, right? So uh, find someone from your network, then ask the same person to follow the same ask that person you are onboarding to follow the same process. Please connect me with someone. Then the team becomes more and more strong. And there are several platforms online as well these days where you can connect with the like-minded people if you put your requirements there. And fortunately, GoToPitch is also going to include that feature in the future, not now. So you can also leverage the power of those platforms.
Thank you, sir.
What do you think
So
about
does your
including go-to-market strategy in the slide pitch deck? Because like during the presentation, you didn't include that. So
Right. That is also a most important element. So how you are going to get the customers? It's very simple. For example, in my case, let me tell you the real example. In the GoToPitch, I need investors who can use my platform and startups who want to connect with the investors. So this is a platform to connect startups and investors. How can I get the startups on board? I need to tie up with some accelerator programs. Startups are going to accelerators. If I want to get the startups on my platform, so I need to tie up with the accelerators. I need to tie up with the angel groups. That's my go-to market strategy, that I will do these steps to get the initial customers. I showed this to the investors, and in the last 3 months I was able to achieve that using the same channels what I mentioned in my pitch deck. So on the go-to-market slide, you have to mention 4 or 5 strategies that you will use. It should be not the very simple one that I will use Facebook marketing, I will use Facebook ads to get the customers, I will be like giving pamphlets to the people. Everyone can do that. What unique strategy you can think, what unique way to get the initial customers, what like no one else can think. So do some brainstorming, think of the channels which can give you the initial customers. That is the perfect go to market strategy.
and do you think that should be then openly included in the pitch deck? Because that
Yeah,
might be
exactly.
like kind of a secret sauce. Like
Don't
how are
worry
you
about that.
executing your pitch, your idea?
Don't hesitate to share that with your investors, because investors, like, how to explain, like implementation matters, not the ideas. Like if you tell those strategies to the investor, they are not going to copy that, or they are not going to build something using those strategies. Did I show that to you in this presentation? No, that is confidential. But when you are talking with the investors, be open to share each and everything that you know and the techniques that you are going to apply. Don't fear about the idea being copied or anything. Be open and be honest with everything.
Okay. Yeah, and I had one more question. Like your platform is like connecting two ends. It's like having a demand side and a supply side. One end is startup and another is our investors. So how do you manage those two ends and maintain like the flow of
This is the
investors?
most difficult part of starting a marketplace model. Marketplace, you need the customers from both sides. So we do that using many channels. We For the investors side, we talk to them directly, have meetings with them, visiting their offices and getting them on board to find the best startup on our platform. For the startup side, as I mentioned, like we tie up with various angel groups and accelerator programs. So just kicking off is the difficult part. Investor will come if there is a startup will come if there is investor. So just to get from zero to some level is a difficult part, but once the users start coming in from the both side, then it creates a network effect and it grows. So we already got some good traction, so now is not that problem. But yeah, that was the problem when we just got started. So you need to think of the ways talking with some of the friends, like, hey, will you be able to use this platform I'm launching for starting few months to get this things to, like, it's called chicken and egg problem. There are various ways to solve it. And what else you can do is, so get one type of customers first to provide by providing them some free service. Like, okay, our platform is for this type of user, A or B. Suppose only A type of users, not B, and we are giving this service. Once you got 1,000 of A customer, then launch the service for B. Then they will come because already you have 1,000 A's. So these are some ways to do that.
And suppose you're like building a website and conveying like this, our company does this. So now again, should it be in point of view of the demand side or the supply side? Like,
yes, exactly.
Who should get the clearer message from that website? So like, but it should be like more dominant or say more important, or like both can be then sometimes be confusing or something. So
no, sorry, I didn't get clearly what you mean. Like, you mean to say demand and supply side both we need to show, right?
yeah, so in the website, like say you have launched a website and say the first page contains the information about your website, what you do and everything. So in that you will like just include the information for the demand side or just the information for the supply side, or which should be more dominant.
Okay,
And
now I got your point. There is also many ways to do that. You can make it on different pages, or you can make different sections for both. So it depends on the product, actually. It depends on the product, what is your target customer. For example, our website is more dominant towards startups because the problem we are solving is more for the startup side. Investors are already getting the pitches, right? If they get the videos with that will save their time. That is the one part. But who is the who is having the more problem? That is a startup. So we designed our website more dominantly toward a startup. So it depends on the type of, or your type of customers and industry. Yeah, but there are ways to do that.
okay, yeah, got it. Thank you.
So I think we should wrap up now if there is no other questions.
There is no other question. Someone have some question they can ask now.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I am in class 12th, so like I have to wait for getting a bachelor degree, or can I start now? Like I have a business idea.
Very general question and difficult to answer. It all depends on your situation, how much passionate you are about your idea. If you think this is the sure shot idea and I am going to definitely solve it, whatever the hurdles I have to face, this will be a success. If you are that much passionate, that much sure, you can take the bet. Otherwise, always advisable to do parallelly. I okay, yeah, please. So uh, I will advise you to test the idea along with your studies, not just go for dropout from the beginning. If you achieve some good results and you feel more passionate, become confident, then you can think, but don't take that step right away just with an idea.
Okay, sir.
So does your platform also provide uh, evaluating services like they evaluate our pitch deck?
Yeah, we do that.
Okay, so sir, if I join your platform, then you will help us with the pitch deck
Yeah,
and the video.
our analyst team will check it out, and then they will suggest you should improve this before going to record a video.
Is
Thank
there
you, sir.
any questions from audience side? Is there any more questions from audience side? I think there is no.
So I think we should wrap up.
Sir, I want to ask questions. So,
Yeah,
in an
please.
idea stage, what is the best thing to do to develop the prototype or prepare it for the pitch and everything?
First, talk to the customers. Who do you think will be using this?
Sir,
Talk to them.
what should be the size of the survey? Like minimum size?
That also depends on the type of idea or service you are thinking. So, for example, if you if I say about my case, startups face problem in reaching investor. We are solving that. So we asked at least 3000 startups, hey, do you want to make a video pitch to reach to investor? Yeah. If 90% of the result is yeah, but this 3000 is not like a sample size everyone should follow. It all depends on the industry and what kind of customers you have. You may not find that big sample size in your particular industry.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So Mayank,
There is no more questions.
yes,
So
please.
before wrapping up, I would like to ask you, how do you like this session?
Session is good. I love to see so many people having ideas while studying and in such a young age, and it was a good interaction, and I would love to help anyone who wants to like get more insights after the session. So you can reach me out through email or LinkedIn. And overall it was good, and the feedback how the audience like they can tell better if they really learned something or not. So please ask from the audience.
Anyone from audiences like to, if they like to share their experience, they can.
Sir, this session cleared all my doubts that I need to ask.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Then now we can wrap up this session.
Thank you
Thank,
so much, Mayank.
thank
Thanks.
you so much, sir, for such an insightful session.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir.